Hey guys, how you doing? I have a nice discussion video. I finally put kind of like good words into my thoughts, and I want to talk about something. It's about the lugs and locking strengths. Now, you know, for example, Cold Steel says that their triad lug is the strongest one, and I have no doubt about it. They proved it in the videos. It freaking holds like crazy weights. And is it good? I mean, yes, it is. But what do you think about this opinion? I think the locked strength protects people from idiocy. It protects people that do not know how to use the folding knives, do not know what's wrong, what's right, what's safe, what's unsafe. You know, so pretty much only somebody who's doing something stupid with the folding knife, doing something what folding knife is not made for, or don't know basic physics, that's the guy who's gonna get cut if the lug will fail. On the other hand, what I think, the nice convenient lugs like axis lug or compression lugs, they are kind of not foolproof, but they are good strong lugs, but they are convenient. Convenient meaning that in your EDC roll or any roll, opening and closing eliminates the big factor of the human mistake, of the small little mistakes we do when we don't pay attention, and we're gonna get cut. That's the most cuts that happen with the small little, you know, moments where you don't pay attention. You're closing your knife. This one isn't a great example because it has great safety finger choil, but those little moments when you're closing your back locks and you just leave that finger there for that one split second and the spring engages, bang, cuts you. Or your finger slips as you open it and the blade goes back to close position and you already have the finger there because you were gonna grip the knife. You know, it happens. Same with the liner lock. You know, sometimes it happens when it's really nice and smooth liner lock or even a frame lock, you know, and you give it that little motion to close it, but it just keeps going and bang, gets you right there. The main factor of the blade, of having your fingers in the way because of how the lug is constructed and how you have to close it, disengage it, just because of that factor, you know, a lot of times that's the most cuts that happens, that's the most accidents. It's not that the knife fails at you, it's that you know, you didn't pay attention for that split second, and that's not even the idiocy, that's just the accident that happens. And that's why I love axis locks and lugs like that. Axis, compress lock, hog lock from Kershaw. These locks completely eliminate that human factor accident when you leave your, it's a big portion of it, from opening and closing the knives. I would say that's the, you know, all of you guys that play with the knives a lot, you know that's the most portion of your cuts. That's when it happens, when you accidentally leave the finger there, or you know, you close the knife too fast, still having your thumb there. You know, a lot of knives have that feature that if you have your finger all the way up here where you're disengaging it, you have this, or you have the ricasso, you know, kind of like this, that when you have your finger here you won't be able to close it because you hit that ricasso with your finger, but all it takes is have your finger here, close it, and bang, you cut yourself real bad. Even worse are back lugs like this, the old school, you know. Now to disengage this knife you have to grab the knife all the way here, so there is absolutely nothing that protects your hand, you know. If this slips from your fingers, it closes really nasty with all this centrifugal, you know what I mean, centrifugal force right on your fingers with the strength of the spring, and that's it's not fair to say unsafe, because it's just it's you know, your fault, the human's fault, but eliminating that eliminates this big portion of the accidents. And that's what I'm trying to say. What do you think? Is this convenient and I'm gonna say safer locks, even though they are not as strong as, for example, axis lock? Are these better? Because I think they are. You know, they say it's the strongest lock, which is supposed to mean it's the safest lock. But is it? Do you think this is safer and better? Or do you think the strength, the maximum strength is better? Because in my opinion, like I said, the strength of the locks only protects from the idiocy. The convenience of the lock and function, the action of the lock protects from the, you know, everyday mistakes that everybody does, not only stupid people, if I have to say it like that. And I think if the argument would be that you need to depend with your life on the lock strength, because you might end up in the, you know, if you're a law officer or special forces or something like that, where the chances of the fighting with the knife, actually protecting your life when the main weapon fails, is a big factor and a much bigger chance than to our regular people, you know, everyday tasks. I can say only one thing: why not fixed blade? I mean, you are a guy in the, you know, who has a big chance of doing that. Why would you ever risk, no matter how strong the lock is, you still have to open the knife and use it in a self-defense mode? Why not fixed blade? It has all the advantages over the folder, period. You don't have to open it, it's the fastest deployment, it's the safest one. That is the knife that is made for that. There's plenty of knives that are made for that. They are made for protecting, you know, for fighting. And I don't think any folder, any folder can ever match just even the regular good old fixed blade. It doesn't have to be nothing crazy. But in that, you know, let's call it philosophy of use, as nothing fancy would say, I think a fixed blade is the way to go. Argument that I don't trust that lock because in a stabbing motion it can you know, close on me. I don't think it's suited, you know, because that's when you're supposed to have a fixed blade. It's like same like the lock closes on you when you baton with it. Yeah, first off, you're not supposed to baton with the not supposed to, but it's better to baton with the open knife. And secondly, it's better to baton with the fixed blade, you know, those knives are not made for it. So, just figure I would tell you that. Let me know what you think, if I overlooked some factors. But generally, let me know if you agree that the convenient and speed and the action of a folding knife, convenience of the opening, is better and more important and safer than the absolute strength of the locking mechanism. So, thank you for watching, guys. Let me know what you think, if I overlooked something. Take care, stay safe, and remember, don't cut yourself.